Hey guys, it's Lena Sweet. Welcome back to another horse video. I'm just setting some stuff here. Okay. Alright. So, as you guys can see, Midar, reserved sales. So, they have these reserved sales that have been going on, and let's go ahead and go to those. So, I already bought a few of the horses already from reserved sales. Some divines that were for sale. Let's just go through it. So far we have Snow White, Snow, Hanabi, Lovely Blue, and Ember. So Lovely Blue is a rainbow divine, Ember is fire, Hanabi is Japanese, Snow is the water divines, and Snow White is the storybook divines. I don't need a snow. I don't want to see a snow. I have 4 of them. I do not like them. They're pointless. They really are pointless. Ember I have already. Blue I have. Hanabi don't really want. And Snow White I don't want. But we can look at them. So this one gives a witch potion, water of youth, apple after you find all the story plots. Other one. Hanabi, Japanese divine. There's like 5 UFOs that go across the screen, and you have to click one, and then you get 1 prize. Go back to the sales. Oops. Lovely Blue is every Friday during the update you get 10 passes, just as long as you've logged in and worked her the day before. And Ember, after a while, you give her wood and then the fire grows, and after you get enough fire to fill the meter, she gives you a philosopher's stone. Okay, so price points for these suck. They really do. Blue is a 2 for 1, so if you can go ahead and like get a cover from Shining Yellow, because blue and yellow make green, and then you can get forest green. So it is a 2 for 1 divine, so you get 2 divines, which means that both of that, what is it, Thursday is, green is Thursday, blue is Friday, and you just, Monday is red, Tuesday is orange, Wednesday is yellow, green is Thursday, blue is Friday, Saturday is indigo, and Sunday is purple. So that's how that goes, and then once you get the last one of all 7 divines, you get Secret Rainbow, and every time it's changeable weather, you get stuff. Huh, okay. Anyway, so moving on. So just have to double check something for you. I can't talk for too long on here because I do have something I have to get to. So anyway, so that's that group. Last group that I had, if we look at Spoil Zone, I think it was this one. No, that's the Ascent. Tomorrow for Lucky Pre-Prod, which I think I'm going to live stream later on pre-prod because I wanted to wait to actually do pre-prod with you guys. Weekend offers. Oh, that was a thing. We had Amethyst and your choice of Zodiac, which I will get to in a second. Okay, so here's all of the everything. So the first of these was the first day, which was yesterday. So Smoke, Freya, Ruby, Kieran, Cactus, Loki, Carnivorous, and Item. Item I already have 2 items. I don't need that one. That one drops a Water of Youth. Carnivorous does a Hesia's Gift. Cactus does a, you get a choice of unicorn fold that you don't have in your breeding form. It will do a random select if you don't have unicorns. Loki is fertility run. Kieran is one day of VIP membership. Ruby is 50 passes once she ages a full year. So it's every 12 days you get 50 passes. Freya, I can't remember, and Smoke is 5 cloud pieces. I was gonna get Smoke, but I realized I wasn't able to because the price point and I just didn't have enough passes. I did save up the ones I wanted to get. So what's on my list is which was Midar, Mordred, Little Mermaid, Annam, Percival, Gnibnu, and I did Kieran and Loki. So Loki, I found I was gonna do Loki. I at first didn't really want Loki, but because it drops its fertility run pretty often and it's good price point, I decided to go ahead and do that one. So let's go and look at the big update that I have for you guys. So I added more stables and they're all different and I'm still trying to get used to it. So I did a retired coat barn, so it's my retired coats with philosopher's stones that I'm probably never going to ever sell. Retired coats without philosopher's stones. As you guys can see, I have some in sales that have not sold. Which was what? Tuesday was the drop, so it was like Tuesday morning for me, super early, and boy, it's like exhilarating to do a drop like that. I did get, all of them actually I did not like, except maybe the Nash's coat, which is kind of cool. The ones I really did like this, like, round of coat drops was the, Shire coats, which I usually don't care about the Shire coats, but I did like them this time around. So I named one Hope, so there's that one, and then I did, see, I'm so confused. Oops. Where's my other one? Q. There's a reason why why its name is Q. No, I'll just say the hack. So when I do to get them or whatever, is I put a letter and I put everything as a letter. So this one's actually really pretty. Oh, I don't have this as a philosopher's stone. I need to put a philosopher's stone on you before I forget. There we go. So that was a 100 copy coat, which I love as well. And that one's really pretty. I think it's Aries or something. What's the name of it? Libra. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, and then I had Big Boy Blue, which I was gonna sell, but it's grown on me, so I kind of like that coat as well. So anyway, so I realized, so I was short a couple of, what was it? I needed like 200 passes, and then I could get, what was the other one I wanted to get? I wanted to get, oh my god, I can't think of the name. Bring it down there. Sakura. So I wanted to get one, I could get one more divine that I wasn't originally planning on getting, and so I could either get Smoke, but I needed 400 more passes. Sakura, I needed like 200 or like 150 more passes, and then Lovely Blue, which was like 1,300 passes. So I was trying to sell the RC retired coats, which if you look at my passes, I did sell this one, which I did 2 of them, and how I did it was I I made sure it was in full, right? And then I also put a hero pack on it, and I sold it for 900 passes, which I only got 810 passes. So, but that was still pretty good, so I was very, very excited. And then the last bit I found that I needed, I was able to actually get today. So I needed like 100 and some passes, and I was able to get it due to the fact of, okay, so if we go back to pass history, so 10, 20, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so I got 150, which is what I needed to get the next divine thing. So, let's back up a little bit, and so, yeah, so I was able to use the dropping, the retired coat drop as a means of getting more passes to get more divines, which is kind of cool how that all worked out. I wasn't planning for that at all. Thankfully, I did actually do a lot of golden apple coats as of late, which I need to actually get some more winged unicorns before my thing goes off, which is my Medusa's blood perk, so I can finish all those coats off. But as you guys can see, they all need philosopher's stones, which is fine. I just won't work them, but they're gonna just sit until I get philosopher's stones. But I started just doing all of the ones that I really liked, and then I bought a couple of these in sales for Equus, obviously. And they're not retail coats. Those are just GAs. And then I have my golden apples, which are GAs, and then golden apples, and then rare coats. And it's kind of funny because you guys can see that my rare coats with in between here as well. So yeah, and then I finally put Philabellas by themselves because I was getting annoyed every in between. Those get their own. Gemstones are going to get their own spot once I get enough in there. Then the divine barn is extra divines like the chimeras, the pastry divines. I was going to say cake divines, but that wasn't right. Pastry divines, just the extra divines, the zonkies, the stuff that just are worthless basically. The wind divines that are done doing their job. Then reindeer divines, I just technically need 2 more, I think. And then water divines, I need cascade. Once I get cascade, I can finish with Brook and I'll be good, but cascade I haven't had. Zodiacs, I have my Pisces, my Aries, which I've had before, which was relatively when they first came out. And then Scorpio, I didn't get Scorpio, but I was trying to get Scorpio when it first came out. I wasn't able to, and that was before we had Divine Dust. But I did get Scorpio. I think I said this. Yeah, and then I think I live streamed getting Scorpio or something, one of them. So I went to get Scorpio, and then I got Scorpio with the free hop that you get. Okay, so moving on to the basic thing. I also moved a few things over too. As you guys can see, some of my horses up here are missing. I do not have, oh my gosh, I can't think of the words today. Words are hard. Let's go to extras. Okay, so My Prince, Loyal, Golden King, Mission Impossible, and Wisp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 I decided to move here because they were sort of more of the, collecting ones, and I didn't really need them. I kept Wisp there because I was going to use it as, because it was in my EC and I wanted to keep getting stuff. So the rest, or whatever, I have here for, stuff purposes, and then I'll move them to their proper spots. So it's getting a little bit more clustered, though the other horses I do tend not to like to move these things away from, just because it's nostalgic to keep all of them there, but I have thought about moving them out, some of them out. Anyway, moving on. So I have all of my, and these are kind of, some of these are my favorites too, for like GAs, so I want to keep them all there. Anyway, so I have my Geminis, which I'm not going to move the Geminis to Zodiacs yet, because it is sort of a daily thing, because every 11th month I have to do it. As you guys can see, I have all my divines, and then the couple that I started with, so osmium. So I got Sagittarius, which is my zodiac sign, from using all of my 10 fleeces in inventory and 1 with passes. So 11 golden fleeces for my divine, which was pick your divine of your choice, which is Sagittarius, which is my birthday, so I'm going to get my perk this year. She's going to be great. And she's a 2-for-1. So, and ironically, because I have Scorpio, I can breed Sagittarius with Scorpio and get Capricorn. So, it really works out in my favor. And then Taurus was another pick your divine. Out of all the divines, I wanted Taurus due to the fact of the perk of he gives you there's a chance he gives you a bolt every time he works up, but I haven't gotten it yet, so who knows when the drop rate is, but I thought bolts are pretty good for item exchanges, so I decided on Taurus. And that one was only after 5 golden fleeces opened, used 4 staffs and 1 passes, which is 200 for a total of 5 opened. So I used mostly staffs and 1 pass on that one, so that one wasn't bad at all. So I really am not using my passes on these, which is great. And then this one was really good. This one was open 3 fleeces, and then open 4 golden fleeces. So 7 golden fleeces. So 3 of them I used for the exchange, my Themis' scale. And then this one gives me a employee, a 3-day contract employee for my equestrian center to help the equestrian center, which is kind of nice. And the first one I got was a grooming employee, and I got that yesterday, or actually today, sorry, because it's every Wednesday. So that one's going to be good. Then I got this one from a pack, which is interesting because once I got this one from a pack, because I was in the middle of doing, getting, what was it? I was in the middle of doing my quest with, where is it now? Oh, where are you? Arthur. I was in the middle of doing my quest or whatever, so I had like, I think it was like 25, 10 points left. And then I got the Grail Donkey Divine. So this was going to take me like 6 months, or what was it, like 3 months or whatever, to complete by itself. But once I got the Donkey Grail Divine, bam, halved it right into half, and I got my Hermes winged staff the moment I got this, which was kind of good. And then again, and it's also interesting with having more than one Grail, you can only do the ride or whatever. You can only do the mission or the quest on the ones that you have. So I can only do the Horn of Plenty quest, and I can only do the Hermes Wing Staff quest, and yeah, and so on and so on. Only the ones you have. So I can't do like a Harmony Pack quest unless I have that divine. Once you have all those divines in that set, you can do them all, so it doesn't matter. And it's probably going to take like every other day to get the perks, so I didn't like that series, and now I'm starting to really like the series. So so yesterday I got Loki, and as you guys can see, it started at like 337 points. So right in the middle, so I'm already halfway there. Kieran is very interesting. It's like rock, paper, scissors, and you only get like 4 lives, and you have to fill the meter, and as you can see, once the meter is filled, you get that. Before, you would have to go through and wait. Now, they finally made the perk where you can skip through the animation and just get on with it so you can keep clicking. There's a lot of clicking in this game, so everybody was happy with that. Midar, I got today, which I thought was very nice. It was, what, $15.98 for passes. Oh yeah, Loki was 918 passes, which is pretty good, under 1,000. And Kieran was 11,152, which is also pretty good for pass count. This one wasn't as bad. I wanted this one due to the fact that of all the perks. I like the leather, the hypnos, and the Achilles heel. So I was like, yeah, let's go for that one too, because that will help with my game. This one I just think is really pretty, Mordred, and it also helps the Grail Divines. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the Grails. So I'll add more Grails. Apparently Traitor to the King. I haven't really watched a whole ton of Grail stuff, so it's interesting. Anyway, so that's the one I'm on right now. So I'm on this quest. So it's kind of cool. And it only shows the quest that you're on right now. So, oh, I can still get 50 more today. Okay, cool. So, which is kind of funny because I thought everything was in show jumping. So I guess this one is also show jumping. Because the other one's show jumping too for the quests, for getting XP. Yeah, so I got that one. And then today I also got reserved sales for Sakura, which I'm very pleased about. I wasn't originally going to get her. I was going back and forth between her and Smoke. But I found that I'll just get her because Smoke was probably going to be a little bit harder and take a little longer for Smoke to actually get me the drop rate that I wanted. And I know it's, what, 5 pieces of cloud, which is pretty good. So it's like 5 black market items in one drop, which is fantastic because you need 20 of those cloud pieces for like skilling horses, which is great. But the only problem is you have to use your wood, or what is it? Yeah, you have to use your wood, so you have to keep continuously buying wood. And I also noticed you have to do that for the mushroom divines too. You have to continuously buy straw. So you're buying, essentially, over time, you're buying the perk, per se. So this one is, I'm not buying the perk. And I kind of like it. I got, what was it I got today? I got 10 apple seeds because I did the thing. So maybe I'll do a divine update once I do that. Alright. Let's check my boxes. I felt like, oh, I need to accept that, which is me. I feel like there was cows today. Yeah. Alright, let's do more cows. One, two, three, 4. Oat seeds, and then let's see if I can do, I like to do one more crop too, which would be nice. Let's do alfalfa seeds because I don't want to, let me just keep going on that. Okay, so anyway, it would have been nice if you can like up this Maybe later in the game, or maybe the developers will allow us to like be able to raise more cows or whatever, because it's getting hard to get money, and it's only each month you can get the money. So let's see if I can go ahead. I can sell. Come on. Where are we at? Leather. I can sell some leather. Let's do 40,000. That gives me 200,000. Alright, there's that. Okay. And then also tomorrow is the card game event too. So I'm excited for the card event. There's this solar thing. It looks like the mixture between a horse and like a car. And I don't really know how that's gonna be able to get before. Okay, interesting. So there is this new horse that's coming out, so I don't know how it's gonna work. I have to read more into it to see. People said they know how it works, but I don't. And then we also have a new thing, so it looks like a memory game is back, Dionysus, Ginger. I wonder if it's gonna be a 10 pass horse or a 90 pass horse, because we don't have that for the spices yet. And then we also are getting our Marilla, which is beautiful. This one drops a golden apple, which is very interesting because golden apples are hard. Divine giving golden apple horses are very hard to come by. So that one's kind of interesting, and it's only 15, what is it? On pre-prod it said it was 1,500 for the meter to be filled, so it's not horrible, but it is up there, so yeah, who knows. We'll check more on pre-pod. But as of that, there's not really much or whatever. I'm definitely going all in tomorrow on the cards, the card game. And I am gonna definitely stream the card game for you guys. It's probably gonna be a little bit boring, so I'm not gonna do all of it, but I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. So I am gonna leave that there. I hope you guys have a great day, week, and I will see you guys later. And bye, guys. Have a good day.